Welcome to the Quilting Bee. It's no mean trick doing quilting bees like this, getting everything set up. My other camera is not working, and getting the tripod working and everything. Anyway, welcome to the Quilting Bee. Somebody I used to know, yes, somebody I used to know. She joined the Quilting Bee, and we have been in connection on YouTube since 2006. That's pretty special, I think. That's longer than many of my flesh and blood friends here in the city. So it's great to be in touch with you again. Noel says, I love the story you told about playing the art of fugue in the community building, or was it a church? That building was on Haight Street in 67. It had been a theater. Years before, when I had lived in the Haight, it was the Haight Theater. Then they called it, they ripped out the seats, except in the balcony, made a dance floor out of it, and called it the Straight Theater. And it was very, very popular for social events in the flower period. I'm putting the link about my concert there, so if you want to check that out. And an amazing thing about this quilting bee is communication is going on that doesn't involve me. Somebody answered another person's question. So, I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be, right? Do I have a type in men, tall, dark, and handsome, etc., etc.? I always did like tall, dark, and handsome. It all turned me on, of course. But of all my lovers, I think I only had one that was tall, dark, and handsome. And that lasted a long time. What's more important for attraction is the brain. I think the brain is a sexual organ. I mean, I like somebody who has an active brain and that is stimulating and turns me on. Imagination turns me on. Dark turns me on. But now I'm in lockdown. What about that? Is it over? Credenza wants to know about chamber music or other collaborations that may have happened in my musical career. Well, I played in a lot of ensembles, and I also played a lot of chamber music. I was musical director at Nepenthe in Big Sur for 5 years, and we had a week in off-season. They didn't want any classical music in season, no, but in off-season, they needed business. So I did a series, and most of the musicians were in the San Francisco Symphony. So we did a lot of chamber music down there. I played in several Baroque ensembles on the harpsichord. I played my first piano concerto when I was 16. The Grieg A minor concerto, very popular for first time round. I played with Teresa Berganza, the soprano. I played with David Oistrakh, and I'm posting the link, the story of that event It's called Learning Russian for David Oistrakh. That was a pretty special time.